Mga amigs, welcome to Iniluna na yan in our channel on mathematics and other related topics. On this video, we are going to discuss interval notations. To all our subscribers, thank you for the continued support and we hope that you help us disseminate our material. Now, our objective: understand the interval notations in relation to writing solution sets. Then let's understand what are intervals on the real line. Intervals refer to subsets of the real number line. Interval notations are used in writing these subsets of real numbers. Suppose that A and B are real numbers such that A is less than B. Then the open interval, this is the notation, represents the set of all real numbers between A and B. So in this notation, A and B are excluded. So we say except A and B. Set builder notation is used in interval notations. This is represented through the use of braces, and sometimes we call this one bracket, in which some conditions are stated. So there are ways on writing a set of numbers, and this is very important, especially when we are going to determine solution sets or simply the set of number that we would like to have. We have here interval notations, set builder notation, and equality. We are going to see how we express same thing into three different ways. For example, we have here the open interval. So our A and B in this open interval are excluded. And in the set builder notation, we have the use of the bracket. We say the set of all x such that this separator, this vertical line, sometimes a colon is used instead of this vertical line. Then it says such that our x is greater than A, but x is less than B. So this is in set builder notation. Then in inequality, we have simply A is less than X and X is less than B. So these are the three ways in writing a set of numbers. So we have, again, the open interval. Next, we have the closed interval. In closed interval, our A and B, these are real numbers again, A and B are included. So we have here in the set builder notation, the set of all x such that A is less than or equal to X and X is less than or equal to B. And for the inequality, we simply take the condition in the set builder notation, this one, and write it here. Then we have the half open to the right. Half open to the right, meaning to say the open is on the right. So in this interval, our A is included, but B is not included. That's open. We do not know where it will end. So in set builder notation, we have this one, the set of all x such that our A is less than or equal to X, but X is less than B. Again, for the inequality, we simply take this and have it here. Then the next one, we have half open to the left. So the left side now is the open, but the right side is the closed. So we have that one half open to the left. So our A is excluded, but B is included. In set builder notation, we have this one, the set of all x such that A is less than X, but X is less than or equal to B. For the inequality, we have it here. A is less than X, but X is less than or equal to B. Then we have also this reminder. Notice the symbol is 1. This is infinity. And if it has a sign like this, it means negative infinity. And if it has a sign like this, that means positive infinity. Both negative infinity and positive infinity are used to show that an interval is unbounded or extends indefinitely to the left or to the right. So that's the use of the symbol. Next, we have the question, why do we need intervals? Intervals can help us describe the domains of functions, bounds for estimates, and the solution sets of equations and inequalities. I have mentioned this already. The length of an interval with endpoints A and B, with A is less than B, is just equal to B minus A, because the smaller one is subtracted from the bigger one. In this particular example, A is less than B, so A is smaller than B. So you can write that one B minus A. The table below lists 9 types of intervals used to describe subsets of real numbers. Notice the number line representation of each interval. So we have another way, another illustration. This time, there are 4 headers here: name of interval, the notation, then inequality description, and the number line representation. So this is an additional, the number line representation. So this finite unclosed, finite meaning to say, we know the endpoints. In this particular case, the notation. This is the closed interval. By the way, I am including this one to show to you that there are many ways of writing a set of numbers. So this is a sort of giving an orientation, the different methods of writing the different sets of numbers. So in this case, finite and closed, meaning to say we know the endpoints. So we have the left and the right endpoints. In this case, the left endpoint is A, the right endpoint is B. So this is our closed interval. And in terms of writing it in inequality, you have this one. A is less than or equal to X, and X is less than or equal to B. Now the additional representation is the number line representation. As you can see, our A here has a solid dot, B has a solid dot. So that means that is closed. A and B are included. The next one is finite and open. So this is the open interval. So A and B are not included. In terms of inequality, it is written like this. And on the number line representation, we see that it's not solid, it's a hollow dot, meaning to say A and B are not included. Then we have here finite and half open. So we have here half open to the right. So the open is right. So we have this one, the inequality, the equivalent. Then this one, this is half open to the left. And this is the inequality equivalent to this half open to the left. In terms of the number line representation, you see that for this, it is only A which is included in the set, but A is not included. In here, A is excluded, B is included. Then we have the infinite and closed infinite. So for this one, you have open, negative infinity, then B, closed, meaning to say B is included, and we do not know where this will end because that's negative infinity. In inequality, this one, negative infinity is less than X, and X is less than or equal to B. In terms of number line, so it looks like this. B has a solid dot. So we are referring to all the numbers to the left of B right here. And for this one, uh, half open to the right, but this is infinite unclosed. So you have the inequality. A is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to positive infinity. So the number line representation is this. We have a solid dot for A, and we are referring only to all the numbers to the right of A. Then we have infinite and open. Infinite and open. So you have here the first one, negative infinity B. So B is excluded, and we only consider all the numbers to the left of B. That is why we have our notation for the inequality. Negative infinity is less than x and x is less than B. And for the number line, our B has a hollow dot. So we only consider here the numbers to the left of B, excluding B. Then this one, infinite and open to the right. So our A here is less than x and x is less than positive infinity. So in the number line, we have a hollow dot for A, and we only consider all the numbers to the right of A, or the numbers greater than A. Then we have also infinite and open. You see that this is just the set of real numbers. The set of real numbers. You have negative infinity, positive infinity. So it composes all the numbers. So x is greater than negative infinity but less than positive infinity. And on the number line representation, it's simply the real number line. So these are the 9 sets of numbers, the list of 9 sets of numbers. So again, writing the number or the sets of numbers is very important. Understanding them is very important. So we have here another illustrations or examples. For this one, our x is greater than or equal to negative 6 but less than 1. In interval notation, that is just half open to the right. Negative 6 is included, but 1 is not included. So this is to be understood as the numbers including negative 6 and those numbers less than 1. Then we have here x is greater than 20. We have here finite open interval. So 20 is not included, but only the numbers greater than 20, because this is positive infinity. Although this has no sign of plus or positive, it is understood as positive. Okay. Then we have some exercises for you. This is about the union of the set of integers and the set of natural or counting numbers. You may write the answer using interval and set builder notation. So these are just some of the exercises for you to work. Thank you very much for watching our video.